Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. I was just playing a bit just to, don't know, go around and maybe find some stuff, and look what I found. I found some nickel and some uranium in an asteroid pretty close, and I did some updates. I now have this thing here. It's a bit more practical than our seat because I can just jump in and get around. So let me get some nickel. I'm not sure if I record for a long time because again it's pretty late in the evening. I just learned for some stuff and then I wanted to play a bit, and so I fired up the game and then I found this. So it's not my usual recording time, so maybe we'll make a cut in a bit and I will come back to you basically on another day. Maybe I find enough to do to give us a good amount of of time on the recording clock, because another thing that we could do, maybe if we find enough nickel, is to build a drill ship. Oh, I did something else, and that's also pretty good. Our antenna range is now higher. I was able to finally complete the big antenna up top, and that thing works its charm. The only problem is it takes a lot of energy. The whole base only has power for 16 hours, although I found some more uranium. So we will maybe take also a bit of the uranium that's up there with us. That seems to be a good idea. Come on. Oh, my... I have all that stuff with me. That's not good. Okay. One thing that I don't like about this thing is I don't see it. I really don't know. I miss it pretty often. So, don't know. 7,000 nickel. And the small cargo container doesn't have a lot of cargo, so let us put some in here, and then maybe also put some of that stuff in here. We will have to clean that out later, and if we build a drill ship, I will come back here and get some more uranium for us. The biggest amount of uranium I now found was around 4,000, or I dug out basically, was around 4,000 units, and let's say it that way, it doesn't give us a lot of uranium. The silicon is a lot more forgiving when it comes to that. So oh yeah, there were some suggestions and still discussions about the numbering of the episodes. But again, I will just keep the bigger number. I never did basically a complete restart and just said, hey, and I never did the whole thing with the seasons. So people that come to my episode 1 basically here and realize it's not episode 1 and hopefully keep on watching. For me it's the fact that I'm basically, I have a continuous series since survival started, and although I had to change worlds, and although I had some the setback basically a few days ago, I never changed the number. Think of it again as, okay, I have done 600 something episodes of Space Engineers now, and it's I want to show the people, and it's showing off a bit, but yeah, I have, as far as I know, a pretty long running Space Engineers series, and I want to keep it that way, basically. So people that come to my channel in my opinion should be able to see that I'm in this for the long run, basically. So okay, I will now go back, keep this asteroid in mind, and then we will see what we can do with the nickel, how far we get with it. Having the antenna is a good thing. Earlier today, not earlier today, but earlier in the before I started to record, I lost the asteroid, and I had to do some figuring out where I had to go back to. Maybe I should increase the visual range. That it should be possible. So if I go over 10 kilometers, then I lose the asteroid because I don't see it anymore. Back at the base, now let us see how much stuff, how much nickel we can get from that. One thing I kind of want to build early on is a nanite system. Maybe we can do that. This thing usually is pretty cheap, so maybe that's achievable. I don't know. So another thing I wanted to talk about is that let me go back. Someone suggested to use an arc furnace for processing, because the arc furnace is cheaper and is a lot more effective. Yeah, that's right. But the arc furnace also doesn't process everything. So uranium, I think it doesn't process. So it processes iron. But if I'm running out of uranium, then the arc furnace will not help me. So better go with this thing. So let us see. I had to stop building the solar cells, I think. So let me start that up again, and hopefully we get enough to finish that thing. I have 9 already in the containers, so I've built too much, but that's okay. So 64, and now let us also get all the other stuff that's in here out of the cockpit and into the refinery, into the cargo containers here. I really have to keep my stuff basically with me. Another thing I want to do, if I have the materials for that, is maybe already start up Tim. If I have enough material for a timer and a programmable block, maybe having Tim early could be a neat thing. Okay, I have silicon wafers, a lot of them. I have uranium, still a bit, and I will get some more, and 60 solar cells. We can finish that. Amazing. Ooh, what a relief. So let me see. 16 hours, that should go up. 17. Is it not perfectly aligned? No, it's not. So maybe we need to add one more. Are we able to do that even? If we are, then I am pretty happy with that. And maybe we have enough materials to also build a solar panel on our a drill ship. So let us get another solar panel going. Now that we have the materials available, just let us go with it. These things are pretty cheap, just the computers, large steel tubes, all that stuff. That's really problematic. That's not problematic. The whole the whole solar cells part. That's problematic. So I still have 5 solar cells. Let me build some more, and hopefully I need 59. And yes! Now we are golden and we can start our drill ship, I think. This is the one that I have there. I always... it is always a bit problematic to get around with it because it accelerates and decelerates pretty slow. So it's good to just close to the base. It's maneuverable, but let's say it that way. Flying for a long time, decelerating the ship. Ooh, painful. Painful. Okay, let us see. What do we need for a drill ship? We need more thrusters. We have an antenna. We need drills. We need container. I think a medium one is good, and some conveyors, small ones. And then we have to see how this works out. Okay. I haven't used these drills in a long time. So I think I will place them. No, you will. Okay, I will place them that way. Have the cockpit in between them. I think that's a good idea. One thing we should do before everything goes, let us finish this. And then we also take a look how much the nanite system is. And 18 hours. It's measuring the stuff in hours right now. So the 55. The solar panels don't even make enough current or don't have enough output to power the antenna. So maybe I will have to back down a bit and say 20,000 meters is good. Then we at least have the antenna fixed, and that should give us a bit more power. 21 hours, because right now the refinery is working. 560 kilowatts. Okay, that is completely okay, I think. So this one doesn't take a lot at the moment. The antenna is down. Small reactor is putting out 800 kilowatts. Yeah, the refinery is the thing at the moment. How much stuff is still in there? Okay, we get uranium. So let us just take this, put it into the reactor, and then I think we can wait until it is done. Good. Let us take a look what the build and repair system takes. No, I don't want the small one. I want to have the big one. It is pricey, so you can see that. Although there's nothing too problematic. That's good. Okay, let us start this up. This will just help us finish all the stuff that we might want to build. By the way, I found another canvas. Okay, we need small steel tubes, construction components, more construction components, more steel plates. This, and then also small steel tubes. I need 42. Can build this. Control panel, production, and 42. Let us just build that. I've brought in some iron. Getting iron is not problematic. I have enough here. Because then we can start building ships here. Good thing. Okay, people, I think I will stop here. For you, it will be just a minute or so. I will prepare more of the ship, and then I will come back to you, I would say. It's 2 days later, and people came up with these logical things about just setting up a GPS point, and then I don't need the antenna. That's ridiculous, people. It's not like I completely forgot that or something like that. That this is possible too, and we could just... I'm so used to stuff in Space Engineers sometimes that some stuff just flies right out of my head. So, yeah, thanks for mentioning that in Wednesday's episode, people. So I finished the ship. I accidentally basically turned on the nanite, the nanobots, and then they immediately went to town and finished this. We still have to do a little bit, and we should go and take a look at the connectors, because that's stuff we need. And just add this one. I added another solar panel, or another set of solar panels. I will definitely have to do even more here. And another thing I want to do is go out and set up some more conveyors. Now that I have the ability to really go out, again, the whole here's nickel immediately opened up the game for us for a lot of things. So I don't know, it's so crazy that if I get one material, I'm immediately able to build so much more stuff. We see that it is not completely perfect. That's one thing why basically it would be neat to have Tim on board. We need some steel tubes. We can do that this way, I think. Overproducing here seems to be okay now. Let us get... it would be still neat if we could search in here. I read the update news of Thursday, and they want to do stuff with the API for modding, and there seem to be big changes coming up, and I hope that maybe they integrate stuff like that. Don't know, that we can finally go and just search in this menu. Okay, I need small sea tubes is the thing for everything. Some motors. Okay, I will just produce. Ooh, are we starting to run out? That would be bad. So let us just get some motors, then some steel tubes, and I will add everything for another conveyor. And then we can test the ship for the first time, and maybe mine a bit of... Whoa, something... Someone has the need for speed. I don't know if you heard that, but someone here close by flew away with his with his car. That's at least how it sounded. Okay, maybe am I running out of something that I need for computers? That could be the case. No, I'm not. Perfect. Very, very neat. Okay, then let us set this up. We don't need such a high amount of force on here. Okay, at least we have this bit of automation back where we can just hook things up to our system and then start to mine. Let us take a short look at the ship. Nothing special, absolutely nothing special. I have just a medium container on here. I added 2 more reactors and have these conveyor lines running here. 2 drills, you saw that. Nice thing. It's not too good. It's not fast. It's not crazy good at the moment. That will change later. But for now, this works out. Oh, one thing I might want to have is lights. Lights, always good. Let me get closer to that. Spotlights. Oh, I have to think about so much stuff now that I usually I really forgot, basically. So the don't know, the whole game before was just so easy for me because I had everything, could just take what I needed, had so much material that I really didn't have to care for things. And now, yeah, I'm back to the roots basically, and have to deal with not having everything and having to deal with going out and using small drills to get materials, all this stuff. But let's say it that way, having the drills now makes my life a lot easier, and I can get around with this ship. I will definitely upgrade the thrusters, so I want to be able to go out and also use this. Oh, I'm running a bit into encoding problems. I can't really say what that is, but that might... In the last video, basically, I had the problem that the sound and my voice basically desynchronized, and that's not good. Okay. Okay, that's working out. Let me get some more stuff and I I have to see what else we need. I just had something happen that I have never seen. One of the unknown signal probes exploded on me. I used it and then I started to break it down, and then it just and hefty, not it really whee. That was crazy. I just wanted to basically record because I wanted to say the people that were not amused about me not getting out the canvas out of the parachutes. People, I'm not perfect, and even if you do, I know I have the same thing with YouTubers not immediately knowing what happens, and I figured it out in the end, people, that you have to go basically from the underside of the whole thing to grab that thing. But don't scream at your monitors. It's a thing I basically had to learn too for Minecraft or something like that, where I sat there and was completely furious about and enraged about I don't know, someone messing up. Don't do that. That's absolutely not necessary. I will figure it out, or it's not that problematic. So good. I brought back 50,000 units of iron ore, and the refinery should be hard at work, if that's a thing. Okay, it will be hard at work in a few when the uranium is done. How much uranium do I have? 24. So what I want to do now is we need to expand the plate here, and then get Tim going and go and do some cleaning up. And the next thing that we should concentrate on is getting a medical station, and then we will find a way to maybe integrate a base around this. Maybe we could use this as parking space for ships or so. Not too sure yet, but I don't know. I had the idea to maybe put some buildings around this hole here, and then we can have this as area where we build our ships in, or again we park the ships in. We will have to see how that works out. I didn't really make up my mind about how to structure this, but it would be good to at least make the plate a bit bigger, connect up the machines that we have now, and then maybe I want to get rid of this, because for now we don't need that anymore. Maybe go and okay, where can I want to connect the oxygen generator here. It is an easy way to bring in ice then, and that's the thing I will have to deal with too. Okay, I need interior plate, can grab that. People, I think I will stop recording now and do some more work here. We have finished the ship. That's a good thing, and I hope you don't mind if I go out and do some mining runs, maybe just to grab some really necessary things. Now with the help of GPS points, I can go out a bit farther than than by the way, we could immediately do one. I can go out a bit farther than just the 50 kilometers off the asteroid, but in this ship. I don't think that I will do that. Another thing I wanted to ask you, and if that's the case, if that's the case that you think that's a good idea, then I can easily remove that. What about maybe going with no GPS points or something like that? Okay, we would need them for automatic docking or something like that, but we could, don't know, do something like no GPS points runs or something like that. Don't know. It's just the thing we could don't know, talk about. Because then I would have to maybe get the laser antennas again, set them to infinite or something like that, to really have to connect up stuff so that I'm not losing my bases or something like that. Don't know. Good people, but I think that's all for today. Hope you liked the episode. Hope the ship is okay for you. Again, I will modify it a bit with incoming resources so that we can maybe make it a bit faster or something like that. Good people, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.